Ladies and gentlemen, my name is Rob Potter from The Promise Revealed, as you know, my podcast here. Um, I have a very special guest. I feel divinely guided. I heard about her and her father's work, and I'm going to introduce you to Par Pari Parti. She's
Patri. Yes.
Partri. She's from India. And I'm going to share with you on my website a very special event before we get into the introductions. So, on my website here, as you folks maybe know, thepromiserevealed.net, my summer conference coming up, actually, Pari and the group will also be there um, and joining us for certain a little bits. But check this out, folks. We go into my events and I've done a video on this and shared this, but if you see my upcoming events is Mount Shasta. I'm going to share with you this incredible mega meditation summit. It's a 3-day spiritual science celebration in Raleigh, North Carolina. You just click this, you click this page and you're going to go to her registration. And I'm going to let her talk a little bit about it. But ladies and gentlemen, this is unheard of in the materialistic Western mind of people charging and making money. And I put on an event all by myself, and I know it does cost money, but the mission of love and of information that comes from her father, they called him Patraji, he passed away recently, was to share. So why don't you, I'm going to have you talk a little bit about the summit. I will, first of all, I guess you could talk about yourself and your father's mission here. But I wanted to tell people, ladies and gentlemen, you can register for 3 days for free. And there's also free vegan and vegetarian meals. I saw this and my heart leapt at the information and the devotion of this mission of Pari to the people um, of the world to understand meditation and the mission of her father. So share a little bit about the summit, introduce yourself and your father and his mission. And she's going to be sharing screen. Ladies and gentlemen, her father has pyramid groups and societies around the world. He's been championing the power of the pyramid and the spiritual truth of God. They speak of right living, right meditation, right diet. We're going to learn a lot. Thank you so much for coming on the show today, Pari.
Thank you so much, Robert, first of all, for giving me this opportunity to meet everyone and connect with you today. It's been a truly a pleasure. Pleasure is all mine to be here today. And I'm also excited to I when you told me that your event at Mount Shasta is exactly the dates when I'm gonna be there, I definitely thought it's a divine intervention that
Yes.
it's supposed to be that way. It's planned that way. So I'm excited to meet you there to see, and it's so amazing that you've been doing this for the past 10 years, producing this event. That's absolutely amazing. Next year, I want to be there with you, help you out with that event. Now that I know it's happening. So I'm excited about that, to be there. And I've seen all the events that the workshops, the events. It's absolutely amazing. And another great point is July 24, that weekend, is a full moon. And it's also the Guru Purnima. Purnima is full moon in Indian language. Guru, it's a very special day for us, and that's why I actually planned Mount Shasta at that particular time. So whoever is there at Mount Shasta at that time is incredible. It's incredible. So I'm excited about that.
I'm very excited to meet you. I mean, I feel like when I was introduced to her and I was coming up there and things were limited and spirit just paved the way. And I'm going to be presenting now at her mega meditation summit. And it just seems like it's so meant to be. Um, and I'm just honored to have you as well. So tell us more.
Absolutely. Um, uh, well, I would start from my background. I'm from India, from South India, and I've born and grew up there. I moved to US in 2004 for studying, and I've born in a spiritual family. My father is a was a very ordinary man family, very ordinary family, but had this some extraordinary vision. He was grown up in a very religious family where they would go to temples, worship, and so forth. But he always used to question that why are we treated, also in India at that point in 60s and 50s, there was this a lot of class system.
Yes.
And why certain people are treated that way, why we are treated this way. So there's all these questions that he had, and he was always the black sheep in the family. The whole family was educated. They were like, you have to be a doctor or an engineer, and he was failing in every subject. And he was treated as a failure as well by his family. But in 78 or 79, he had a walk-in experience, and that actually changed his whole track of his life. And since then he was a seeker. He was introduced to meditation. It's called Anapanasati. Ana means in breath, apana means out breath, sati means to be one with. To be one with your easy natural breath is the meditation that he was introduced to. So there was no chanting, there was no visualization. The act is that we come out of our mind, we come out of our identity, who we are, that we think, the body that we assume. So we come out of that, and we connect to this zero point, this oneness, this stillness, this nothingness, or this vector equilibrium that Buckminster talks about. So it's that point that we connect, and that is where we enter into this source consciousness, the God consciousness, to create anything that we want. And from there, I'm actually going to share that you asked me to share. Let me share his journey, and then I'll. Uh,
Yes.
so so yeah, so this is this is him. And he was he was a voracious reader. He was reading since he was a child, and he read every book on spiritual. He calls himself a scientist, a researcher. So he would read all the books and learn from them. And in 1990 is actually where he would actually teach meditation to everyone, that what he learned. And he would find anybody, a vendor on the street, anyone on the streets, and say, hey, sit and close your eyes and observe your breath. That's how he started his journey. And he traveled 365 days. I would hardly see him at home. He would travel to villages, towns, wherever he can, to teach meditation. So the actual thing that changed his life was this book, The Secret Power of Pyramids by
My
Bill.
goodness. Yeah, I know him.
Oh, you know him? Okay.
He's passed on now, but I knew Ed Show.
Yeah, so he read his book in 80s, and that changed his like he got, oh my gosh, okay, pyramids has so much power, and he started experimenting with them at home. And when he was teaching meditation everywhere in different houses, one person came and said, hey, I have some land. Why don't I donate to you, and we can create a meditation center? Then this was in 19 late 80s and early 90. And he said, okay, you know what? If you're going to give me a meditation center, I want a pyramid. Can you build me a pyramid? And at that point in India, there was no concept of pyramid. Like there was Osho pyramid, but that's about it. And nobody knew how to build it, how to what to do. So they did a lot of research, got some engineers, scientists, and said, okay, let's create this. So they took the exact dimensions of the Giza pyramid
Yes.
and built this pyramid. This was the first pyramid in Kurnool. The place was called Kurnool, and it was named as Buddha Pyramid Meditation Center. So the idea was that this pyramid is for everyone, like how we have a church for Christians, a temple for Hindus. This is for everyone who come in and meditate. This is for meditation. And the meditation is simple, just observe your breath. That's it. As long as you can breathe, you can meditate. So this was built for 300 people, and this is the guy who donated the land, a generous guy, and that's how Pyramid Spiritual Society's movement has begun in India in 92. This was 92. And after that, people, I mean, of course, there was no internet, there was nothing, so people just heard, it was word of mouth, that it was like, oh my gosh, there's something happening inside the pyramid. There was out of body experience, third eye activations, astral traveling happening. I mean, all of these, experiences were shared, and it went into the nearby towns and villages, and people started coming in and meditating, learning about meditation. And of course, it's free. So anybody can come and meditate, and there would be 24 hours food served there. So that was his one of the things, that food should be given for free. Even when we at home, anybody can walk in at any time and get food. So he was always big on that. And the second and the third pyramid came into, and it's not immediately, it took time to come in. And this is a small village where they built pyramid. The villagers collected money and built pyramid in 96. Again, it's a small one, 50 people, 400 people. And that's how it started, by one person and one person. And today it's millions and millions of people meditate at schools, colleges. We don't even have a count, honestly. When people ask me a count, how many people, we don't know. People can be anywhere because they were taught in schools, and they would go and teach meditation. So you don't have to be initiated. You can just learn meditation right now, and you can be a teacher.
Right, folks, I want you to look at this. India is, and here you see actually in one of the couple of these pictures, you see them wearing pyramids on their head like I have. The ones that I wear and that I make, that we started in 1973. I want to say India is one of the most spiritual countries on the planet. In fact, when some of my friends from Venus and others have measured the earth for the spiritual energy, India is always at the top. The great teachings of the Upanishads and the Rishis. So the other thing I'd like to say is she talked about the in-breath and the out-breath. I have studied the science of Kriya Yoga as taught to me by Babaji, who appeared to me when I was in 1978. This here is Babaji. He called me to his side, and he taught me the science of Kriya Yoga. His eyes rolled back in his head, and he said that you offer the in-breath to the out-breath. So this is the science of Kriya Yoga, which means the science of the still breath. So this is why Pari and I are very well connected in carrying on the mission of my teacher and her father. This is incredible. Look at the number of people in India that meditate. You can't get people to get off their phones in America for a couple minutes. So please consider coming to Raleigh, North Carolina, over Labor Day, and learn how to meditate and to follow these great teachings. Please continue.
Well, yeah, I mean, there are mass meditations that we do. I'm going to share a quick video about that as well. And in 2003, we got the first mega pyramid in 2003, where 5,000 people can sit inside. This is Bangalore. Maybe I'll just show a quick video so you can.
Oh, yeah.
inside.
Ah,
So yeah, so it's I'll just make sure that people can go check out the website, and this is where my mom lives right now.
you lived in Pyramid Valley?
Yeah.
Wow. Ladies and gentlemen, I have been blown away. This is one of the most incredible locations. There are different chambers in the Great Pyramid, ladies and gentlemen. I know it was built 13,500 years ago. I'm not going to do an education on pyramids at this point, but um, when you go into the Great Pyramid in the Giza pyramid, it's a pretty small room, but when you go in there, they have they have these big stones and it's kind of blocked off a little bit. And my teacher told me that this was a giant initiation chamber. It was also a repository. There's so much information in chambers that will be opened up in the future. But when one goes into the Great Pyramid, you must drop to your knees because the message of spirituality is very important that he who exalts himself will be humbled. But when you get into the Great Pyramid, you realize that he who humbles himself will be exalted. And her father, going on a mission with pure intent, pure spiritual uh, knowledge, created this tremendous movement. I mean, your father is a spiritual superstar in what he's done, and I'm thank you so much for sharing this. Please continue.
Thank you. Thank you. And after this, there was another. Now everybody's like, okay, we want pyramid in our city, and that's how the next one also came. This is our. This is where my father's samadhi is. This is in Hyderabad where I grew up. Now this is bigger. This is 6,000 people can sit inside, and I'll show a quick 30-second clip of a mass meditation that happens every year, December 21st to December 31st. 11-day celebrations, free again, free breakfast, lunch, and dinner, free accommodation for people in tents, and free event. So I'll just and morning 5 to 8 a.m. every day we have a meditation session, 3 hour session where people actually book spots and come around 3 a.m. or 4 a.m. to sit to get spots there. So that's incredible to see they're coming for meditation. It's not some music concert, it's a meditation concert. So I'm going to show a quick clip from there. So this is after meditation, so it's live music. We'll see this in actually in Raleigh. We'll see the live music meditation happening in the morning. We won't do 3 hours, but it will be split up. It's an experience. You have to be there to experience that. No online can give you that experience. Many people come visit there. This was in 2019. Now every year I go and we conduct these sessions. This year, actually in October, we are going to Rishikesh. Rishikesh is another Mount Shasta of India. It's a vortex area, and we're having this again 3 day celebrations there.
This
um,
is in Hyderabad.
this is Hyderabad, yes. So I invite everyone to come visit and see pyramids in India, and I'll show you how many we have. This is just a glimpse.
Oh my goodness. This
We
is incredible.
Yeah, people just take whatever intuition they get of design, how they should build it, and then they just build pyramids. We have 25,000 pyramids in India just alone, and it's every day it's counting. Like a one-person pyramid, it can be 100 people or a 500. It's in villages in rural India. Now farmers are actually meditating, putting pyramids in their farms, and that's how they harvest. They don't put pesticides or any chemicals.
Right. This is a wonderful thing. I want to share this. Um, uh, Pyramids, ladies and gentlemen, you can put water underneath the pyramid, and I have seen plants, the segment growth more healthy, everything, putting pyramids over the uh, plants increase their growth, everything. Pyramids, again, I'm not going to go into pyramid thing here. I have a couple questions here. That giant pyramid, the white one, that was the lower level. Do you have other rooms up? Are there access to other areas of the pyramid in that giant one?
No. So the two right now we are actually building another one where we have king's chambers, queen chamber, and a crystal chamber. So it has inside an inverted Markaba. It's on the river. It's in the place called it's in Andhra Pradesh, that is in near Hyderabad, but it is on the banks of river Godavari. Again, it's a beautiful place. It's actually being built right now. And
Wow.
again, all see, many people ask, how are you getting funds? Like, we don't charge for meditation to teach
Yeah.
meditation or to give food. How is it all happening? It's all happening because whoever has experienced the benefits, they come and help. They give whatever they can. So that's how these pyramids have been built. These are not built by some billionaires or millionaires. These are built by normal common man. We think giving donations or charity means, oh, we have to give to somebody a cancer hospital or a orphanage or something. You can give them money, but if they don't heal their own mind and soul, they're going to get sick again. They're going to get hungry again.
Yes.
So the greatest service is to give them this spiritual knowledge, this knowledge that you are not this body, you're God, you're a master. And when you know that, you take your life in control and not give it away to some medicine telling you, or tell people telling you that your body is supposed to be dying in 100 years or 70 years. You can live 1,000 years because
True.
you're not this body. So it's when we give that knowledge, and we can live without food for years. We have breatharians, people who live years without food. So these are all the lies that we listen to, and we assume it to be true, that oh, I need this, I need that. So when we give spiritual knowledge, it is the greatest knowledge, and those people have built this stuff without having any money. They just go ask, like Buddha. He left his kingdom, he went and begged everywhere. And that's what we do. We ask everyone, give us money. So we build these pyramids for people to meditate.
This is an incredible, especially in India, where the class system is very severe. There are billionaires and Rajas and the average person in India. I've traveled there, ladies and gentlemen. I went to see Sai Baba. He bought me there in a miracle. Um, I I was given a first class round trip ticket, and when I went there, I can tell you that. Um, in certain areas, the abject poverty in certain of the cities and the people living by the train tracks in little metal tents. It's the disparity is so wide. At the same time, I've never seen children so happy. The joy of the little children, they can roll a tire down the street and be laughing. American children have psychosis. I think the spiritual roots of India and the emphasis on spirituality and not materialism is important. And this let this be an object lesson to you people, and myself included, who are very concerned about surviving and making money go around. In India, you can see just in these pictures and the thousands of people, hundreds of thousands, if not millions, in India who've been affected by her father's mission and the truth of love and light and service to others. This is incredible. And I just, ladies and gentlemen, I am so very honored to meet Pari and to help support. She's going to be working on something in Los Angeles next year. We're going to be looking around to try and create one of these. But in the meantime, please check out my website, get to that, and see if you can join us in North Carolina. I would like for this to be shared for people who do meditation. I'm going to share this video uh, with people in the meditation groups. Please continue.
Yes, we're almost done. So yeah, so we today meditation in schools, everywhere around, people are even though he left his body, the mission and the movement is going on incredibly faster. So there are today, every Sunday, every week, we have vegetarian rallies. So one of the very principle of him is plant-based living, the law of non-interference. We should not be interfering in anybody's life. Love your neighbor, as you know, like what how Jesus says, love thy neighbor. So basically our neighbors are our fishes, our animals, our birds, our, you know, all of them. So not killing them is one of his missions as well. So every day, this goes on, every part of the country. And we have distributed, by the way, millions and billions of copies of magazines, brochures, pamphlets for free, to spread this information. So you can see the idea is that we should learn from everyone. It's not that okay, just read our books or do our listen to us. Everyone has something important to share, and it is, we must read every book, listen to every master, and that's how we learn and grow. So that is also one of the key teaching of what we do. So you're not like, this is not a cult or where you will just get stuck. It's something that of freedom, like explore everyone. And and also this is the quick map of where the pyramid societies are there. And our mission is to build pyramids in US. We have actually just signed a land in Texas near Dallas, a 90-acre land we got, and 40 acres is for the pyramid. So we're going to build a mega pyramid like we saw in India in US.
Wow.
So I would love for everyone to be support and bring this pyramid. And my goal is also to build one in California, and Mount Shasta with
Yes,
Robert's support.
I'm very excited to be a part of this search here for a location in Mount Shasta. I mean, it's like I'm renewed in my inspiration uh, through this PowerPoint that you're sharing with us. It's incredible, and to think that I did not know anything about this. I was spoken to. For some people, may not believe it, but my teacher came to me um, through a dream in 2012 when I was in Egypt, when I went inside the Great Pyramid on December 21st. Um, he came to me in a dream and we had a talk. And then recently, there's a woman at my conference, and you may meet her, Pari, who is very special. She can communicate with people, and I'm skeptical, like your father was when he was young. I questioned everything, and the first words out of her mouth were something that he wrote in his book that he signed to me. Uh, he had created his masterpiece book, and I walked in as he was opening the box of the first books, and he took it out and he signed it. And what he signed there was the words that she told me. And he told me, he said, there is a teacher in India who is the master of pyramids. You must contact and work with him. And now, 2 years later, Pari and I have connected in a very synchronous way. And the fact that she lives in Laguna Beach, near Laguna Beach in Irvine, I'm going to be a little ant clinging on her father's mission to help as far as I can spread this teaching of ahimsa, nonviolence. And I'll tell you that my spiritual guides, the Venusians, they are vegetarian. They do not eat any animals, and they do not partake in that. They have understood that our condition here, and you know, they told me, said, if you eat meat sparingly. And this is important, a very important thing that people don't realize. People are attached to the need for meat. It's not true scientifically. There have been studies that becoming a vegan even is more healthy. Your sexual drive, everything goes up. So mankind is going to have to uh, move away from this, but this will take time. I understand this. So I personally am not forcing anyone, but I do maintain a 90% meat-free diet. Thank you so much for sharing this information. Could I ask a couple questions?
Yes.
You have some more slides, please share.
I'll just share last information. One of the things very important for us is also to go into media for him. So in 2017, we started media channels called Pyramid Meditation Channel, where it's in every different languages where we share the truth. So this channel, I'm going to actually shift my screens here.
Yeah. Can I ask what your father's, I know he doesn't follow any particular religious sect. Can I ask was he a Hindu?
Yeah, he was a Hindu. He was born in a Brahmin family. And
Okay.
yeah, but he never did anything religious. Even when his mother passed away, he didn't do any religious rites he just called everyone and meditated.
Yes. Okay. Beautiful. A black sheep. Trust
Yeah,
me.
absolutely.
Yeah,
And
I've been through that too myself.
I guess that's why we come together. We are all around the world, the Black Chiefs, and come find together on this mission. So this is a PMC Telugu. This is a language that I speak, where we have a satellite channel where it goes to 10 crore houses in India. Because the village people, they still watch TV. They don't watch internet so much. So to reach them, we created this, and these do not have ads. So he was against commercials.
Yes.
Oh. But you get money only with commercials. So again, it's all with the people coming together, giving money and doing this.
Right.
Uh,
If you build it, they will come. May I ask a question? I want you to explain to people when she says 10 crore, a crore is how many people?
I don't know, probably
I think
one.
a lakh is 10,000, right?
Let's see. A lakh is 100,000, 10 million.
Right. So, ladies and gentlemen, they, they're reaching 10 million people in India. Now, that seems like a lot here, but India has probably 700 to 800 million people. But their job and what they're doing, this is incredible. I'm very
You see,
excited.
everywhere we talk about that there is no death, that you're not this. That is the truth. You don't need medicines to heal yourself. You can just cure yourself. So all of this is Hindi, this is the biggest language. Again, this is satellite TV, so it goes on TV. We have English, and I want to show one video of his samadhi. This is his celebrating. So we were all celebrating his
Death is a laughable affair. Death is only the conclusion of one episode.
so he it was it nobody knew that he was leaving. Everybody got an intuitive message that he called them, and they all came in. Let me show you this. So
How many,
thousands,
I want to say, how
thousands.
many days did it take for people to go by? Must have taken 2 days for the people just to go by and visit him, right?
Yeah, I mean, we did it quick. So we were there because people were just coming in, and everybody felt that their man. He is their man because that's how he was always lived his life. So there was no cops could control the crowd. And see, look at them. They were all dancing.
And look at them wearing pyramids on their heads. I am vindicated. I have to go to India and wear my pyramid. I want to share with you. I have some ideas. Can I ask what he has little pieces of metal underneath those fabrics, right?
Yes.
That's metal, right?
Under those fabrics, you mean this point?
Yeah, I mean, how do they make the pyramid that the fabric?
This is cardboards, and of course, I have the same copper pyramids that you have just shown me before. So there is copper pyramids. They're all wearing just cardboard.
Oh, cardboard. Okay.
Like I'm gonna stop share. I'm gonna show. Let me see. I'll just bring one here.
Wow, this is fantastic. I cannot believe I'm just meeting you. I'm so glad that it's happened. So
Yeah. Yeah, this is just a pyramid. So we meditate with this. So it's like portable. You can take it anywhere.
yeah, I'd like you to come and after seeing this, I would like if you could maybe for do a talk at my conference for 15 minutes in between one of the speakers. I'd like you to present a little bit um with your thing. And this, oh yeah, let's talk about this, ladies and gentlemen. This website is called pssmovement.org.
Yeah, so yeah, this is his website. It has tons of information. We are trying to redesign this because there's a lot about him. So about you can read about him, his quotes, the books. Recommend again, if you go to recommended books over here, you'll find the whole spiritual science library here. Like every author um,
Yes, I see.
under so these are all the recommended books to read to understand spiritual science, and he read all of them, and that's how this movement was created as a gist from all these
Yeah,
teachings.
Amora Kuan Yin is a friend of mine. Alice
Okay.
Bailey was one of the first books my teacher taught me. Annie Besant, Helena Petrova Blavatsky. These are all very closely associated. Barbara Handclough, Barbara Marcidiak, uh, Barbara Brennan,
Yeah.
Baird Spalding. Ladies and gentlemen, Brad Steiger, he wrote a book about me and Fred. So this is an incredible, and we're only on the bees. Your father, Carlos Castaneda, I read
Yes.
those. Doreen Virtue, yeah. There's a tremendous oh my goodness. I've read a lot of these books as well. Ladies and gentlemen, this is a resource of incredible depth. I am so happy to have this interview. I don't think I've been this excited in a very, very long time.
Thank you, Robert. And I saw, like, like all the pyramid people are coming together now. It's designed that way, and I'm just humbled to meet you. And again, everyone,
Wow.
guys, come to North Carolina, Raleigh. This is a 3-day celebration, August 30th, 31st, and 1st. Or you could just register for free, and if if you want to donate for the food, we call it as annadana. You're absolutely welcome to do so, even if you're not attending, and support this movement. That is incredible. We also, again, as Robert said, the next year event, we do this annually, a 3-day event. Next year will be in Los Angeles, and it's going to be an expensive, I'm sure, than North Carolina, but we will do this. Our goal is to bring 2,000 people together and share about meditation, about pyramids, about plant-based living, about coming together and doing mass meditations. Our goal is to do mass meditation to shift when, like, Maharishi effect. I'm going to stop sharing here. The Maharishi effect, the study was there when 7,000 people meditated together. There was 70% reduction in crime rate, violence across the world. Now imagine if we do these mass meditations throughout the world. Like in India, we said we had 50,000 people meditate together. So what
8,000.
incredible
Wow.
changes can we need to do that in US. We need 50,000 people here. Why can't we do it together? I mean, if all of us can come together and bring this, do this, it's easily possible. And all the fear that we are facing of what's happening in the government or in, everywhere, everything will be settled on its own. We don't even have to do anything. We don't have to get into fear. All we have to do is close our eyes, observe our breath, and open our third eye and see the truth for yourself. Nobody has to tell you what the truth is. You know it. And you just need to open and see. There's a bird in India, we call it as Hamsa. Hamsa means the bird, if you give the bird, that bird, milk, it and if there is water in the milk, it drinks only the milk and leaves the water. So
That
it
that that the Hamsa is a swan.
Okay, swan in English. So you have that ability, and your breath is your hamsa. So when you are with your breath, you can see the truth and leave the lies, because matrix is filled with truth and lies. So take the truth and leave the lies, and we don't have to judge anyone, blame anyone, or complain. All we have to do is just follow our path. So, and that is the message. Thank you so much, Robert, for having me here.
Oh, thank you so much. I have a couple of follow-up questions. Um, I would like to ask about the one in did you say it happens in December in India?
Mhm.
Where is that?
That's in Hyderabad. So every December 21st to 31st, we have this event in South India. Now we are doing in North India as well for all the Hindi speaking people. That's in October.
October in the north. And where is that? Is that in
That's in Rishikesh. So this October,
oh,
actually,
way up in Lakshman Jhula, way up there, Hardwar.
Mhm.
I went there. That's beautiful.
Himalayas.
Yes. Oh my
Yeah.
goodness.
So actually, I want to share this with everybody who's watching. If you want to come to India, you have an amazing opportunity. I'm doing a women's goddess retreat there, October 13th to 17th. And from 17th to 20th is we do the Rishikesh event and come back. So if you want to come to India, this is the time. Reach out to me and we will make this happen. All you need is a visa and a ticket, and everything can be taken care. So I want to mention that.
Oh my God. I haven't been to India since Sai Baba brought me there. It was my first time. It was very special. I did go to Rishikesh. Ladies and gentlemen, I want to go to India with Pari. I'm not going to join the women's group, but
Well,
uh,
you can as a teacher. Why not?
okay, then I'm so excited. Ladies and gentlemen, I don't know if you can feel my enthusiasm, but we have a great spiritual lineage here. I know they're not into um, any cult or anything like that, but this is about knowledge, love, and light and service, um, the right healthful food, the right livelihood. Her father created a mission on his own without money by traveling, by his potent energy and service to others. I mean, my God, if I could ever emulate 1/10 of what he's done, I would be honored. I have pranams at for your father and your entire PSM global mission, and again, PSSM
.org.
global.org. Very
Mhm.
important. I want you to look at this, ladies and gentlemen, for you meditators who would like to Raleigh and Northern Carolina this year over the
Mhm.
Labor Day weekend. Please come up. I will be there. I'm going to be sharing some of my pyramid systems and things like that. I don't want to make this a commercial, folks. So I'm going to leave it at that. So thank you so much, um, and for your time today. And ladies and gentlemen, please follow this. Come to my Mount Shasta Summer Conference if you can. It's a last minute thing. You've only got a couple days, but Pari's going to be there, and I'm going to arrange for her to do some speaking very briefly. So thank you so much, ladies and gentlemen, and we will talk with you again next time. All right.